Good morning, Griffins. My name is Sidra Glasgow, and welcome to the WSTV Morning Show. Today, we talk about the Media Center, FCA, and STEP team. But first, let's stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There is a new procedure in place for the Media Center. Students must now sign in at Mrs. Meadows' front desk by the magazines. Students must have a pass. Teachers, please do not send any student without a pass or they will be sent back to get one. Thank you. FCA members, we have a special speaker today during the club period in the auditorium. Don't miss out. Thank you. The Sickles Royalty Step team will be performing at the USF basketball game on Wednesday, February 27th at 7 p.m. Ticket cost depends on the seats chosen and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com. We would love to have students come out and show their support. Now for a video about the Infused performance last week. Let's take a look.
The Infusion Club's Respecting the Roots is a production that recognizes figures, real and fictional, from African descent and tells their stories of perseverance that made them successful. The play combines African history and modern culture to create a fun story that's sure to educate as much as it entertains.
It really wasn't my idea, it was the idea of my seniors last year. They came to me and said, Miss Green, we're not doing anything for Black History Month. We're not doing any kind of celebration whatsoever. What can we do? So I said, well, I can put something together and we'll go with that. So I put some things together and they brought some of their skills and talent, and it just kept going from there.
Last year, Miss Green asked me, junior year, if she needed any help, and so I helped because I love doing theater and backstage, and so that's how I got involved.
The show is about the whole art of really storytelling and how storytelling fits into the African culture. Through stories, we learn how to treat people and how to respect people. Second half of the show is specifically about different personalities in African American history, and we also were able to highlight Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor, Muhammad Ali, and Aretha Franklin. I always think about this saying, out of many nations comes one, and that's what we try to do. We try to present different cultures and different people.
It's good for kids to know about culture, because people think of like African Americans now and they don't really think of culture back then and like how we got here, so it's a great way to inform them.
As other cultures often end up intertwined in America's history, it's important to learn the background of significant figures with different cultures. Respecting the Roots has showcased that aspect in a fun way that brought people together in working and learning. For WSTV, this has been Zinnia Hartman.
That video was great. If you went out to the show, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't make it out, you missed a good one. Up next is a video about the upcoming theater production this Friday. Let's check it out.
Hear that sound? It's the Sickles Thespians hard at work on their new one-act, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. A title so long that even the performers have trouble remembering it.
Hold on. The title. Mercy. The title is All I Really
We figured it out in the end, though.
The title is All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten.
And the plot of the story kind of takes you through kindergarten through death. So it's kind of a mix of a bunch of different stories throughout life. Some of us are storytellers, some of us are kids in them. Well, I'm the stage manager, and so what I do is I'm going to call cues to the sound booth. So I'll be like, okay, this song is coming up, get ready, okay, play it. And so we have a better eye on like what's happening, because sometimes you can't really hear in the sound booth.
Our theater troupe says to look out for a feel-good story with a lot of lessons to be learned.
There's a lot of comedy and a lot of drama. There's some scenes where you will just laugh the entire time. But then there's other scenes where you might stop and think about it or even cry a little bit.
the whole show is kind of to make you think. So it gets you at the beginning where it's funny, and then towards the end you're like, oh wait, yes, you know? And it's a really good show.
Yeah, there's plenty of lessons to be learned. Each specific story and scene has a lesson to be learned, and that's what I love about the show so much. It's going to be $5. It's at 6:30 p.m. on Friday.
For WSTV News, I'm Owen Walter.
That video was awesome. Make sure you come out and see the show this Friday. Now for today's lunch. Thank you to our cafeteria staff for making a magnificent lunch today. Thank you, Sickles. From WSTV, I'm Cedric Glasgow. Have a great day and make good choices.